Visit Pensacola is an organization, of course, that works so hard to make sure that our community is well represented all over the country. And it takes a great leader to do that. And Darien, welcome. This is obviously your first year here and an opportunity to start leading in crisis mode. but welcome. I mean, that's a good start.
Thank you. It's it's been a quick 6 months, and it's really been unlike anything else I've ever experienced because we've been going through so many different things all at the same time. And I was on a call recently talking to peers across the nation. They were talking about, the things that really test a community. And they started listing off like 8 things. And I'm like, we've experienced all those things. And any one would put a community to test. And the fact that we've gone through it all is really a testimony to the resiliency of our community, and it's something that I really admire. That time and again, we bounce back, and the complaining's minimal, but the focus on what do we do next and how do we move forward is the focus.
So the one thing we're hearing from a lot of the interviews is it's just the people of Pensacola. The people make the community, the people make the experience for our guests when they're here traveling. What have you recognized in your short time here about the community, about the people that live here?
Even during the interview process, I was impressed with how proud people are about their community. And it's all aspects. It's the history, it's the growth of the downtown, the pride in the beaches and how they're taken care of. The arts and culture. It's just people are proud to be from the Pensacola area, and you feel that. I think visitors feel that when they come here.
What for you, when you saw this as an opportunity, what was it coming in that you were like, man, I really want to be part of the Pensacola community?
I've worked in a number of almost purely tourism-based destinations, and while those have been great experiences, Pensacola still provided that. I mean, an amazing beach destination, but there's so much more to this destination, whether it's the fact that we've got 4-year colleges, but you've got other components to this county that doesn't make make us a one-note entity. And I think that's why we're better able to survive and thrive despite all the adversity that we've had in this last year.
Where do you see opportunities for leadership in the team?
Well, I tell you, we've had to trim down. The result of the pandemic and the shutting down of so many businesses and our lodging and starting and stopping what we do as an organization. We've had to scale back both our programs and staffing. So I think we're down to a cohesive core group, which is great, and we're focused more so than ever before because we really have to do what has the greatest impact for the community. We can't be all things to all people. So I think that's a great point to come from as we emerge out of 2020. And I think we've got great people on the staff that my job is to let them take more leadership role in our organization and our community. So I'm excited about more of our staff being more involved in what happens within Escambia County.
So as we move into the next year, yay, 2021, what are you most looking forward to? We've got an awesome board of directors. You've said we've got a great staff. Things are rocking and rolling. We're moving into this new year. Things are starting to come back online. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, I think being able to have all the things that Pensacola Beach, Perdido Key are known for to be available again, and to be able to provide that complete, what we call the Pensacola experience. I mean, there's so many different ways to have that experience and how people talk about what it's like to, spend their vacation in Escambia County, but be able to do it all again. Because we've had attractions that have been shut down for almost a year now. We've had activities that have been curtailed because of the pandemic. So I'm just excited about all those things becoming available again. And we're seeing it. Every time we take a step. We have some events that are coming online now. And So it'll be exciting to be able to talk about the full breadth of our destination. And the fact that we know that we have some primary drivers, the primary reasons why people come to Pensacola Beach, Perdido Key, that's going to be our focus. But we have so many ways within our organization, all these distribution channels that once we get them interested, we can tell the story about all the other things that you can do, in our destination besides just these amazing beaches.
Mullet or crawfish?
Mullet, definitely.
All right. Mullet toss, overhand or underhand?
I've debating the Olympic type of throw, kind of like throwing the ball.
I like it. Shot put? Okay.
Yeah. Discus, I don't know. I don't want to spin out and send it in the wrong direction.
Nicole is an expert in this.
I've heard.
I knew you were going to say that. And I was going to say, based on recent experience, I will not be showing Darren how to throw the mullet.
I understand that if I don't get a frozen fish, I'm being set up for failure.
Ooh, yeah. There's some other legalities on how you want to go about picking it out of the bucket and whether you can get it all the way over into Alabama. But
I'll try not to make any rookie mistakes.
I like it.
So, final question for you. With Visit Pensacola and our role in the community, what is one word you would use to describe us?
For me, it's resiliency. It's how this community keeps coming back from adversity. And like I said, so many all in 1 year, I think a lot of communities wouldn't be able to recover. And yet we look at our numbers, and our September, was the closest we've been to how we performed last year, which was a record year. We got within 4% of performance of last year. So those are all positive indicators. And the fact that it's kind of an established trait of the destination that we can always count on each other to get through tough times.
It's interesting that you said resilience, because Dickie Appleyard actually talked about a lot of the history of coming back from all kinds of different stuff. I mean, obviously Ivan and Opal and all of this stuff, but it really goes further back. I mean, we forget that in 1989 we also had a bridge out, and there wasn't a Garcon Point bridge at that time. Wow. So it's not this community. I mean, heck, we had Don Tristan de Luna. We had to come back from that hurricane. I mean, that was in 1561.
You're welcome, St. Augustine.
Thank you, St. Augustine. But I think that is really true. I just don't know anywhere else in the country that does what this community does.
Well, let's count them together, right? So we've had leadership changes can really test not only an organization but a community. We've had not only Visit Pensacola, but a lot of leadership changes, and those can often be very good, fresh eyes, fresh energy. And then we had a terrorist attack that closed down our number one attraction. We had the pandemic, and as a result of the pandemic, major budget cuts. I mean, dramatic budget cuts that we had to deal with. You had the cancellation of major events, which can be devastating. Then you have the hurricane, Sally, and how it's impacted just our lodging supply. And then add on top of that, taking out our major conduit between Pensacola and Pensacola Beach that we have to deal with, plus protests and politics. I mean, it's like the perfect storm of adversity.
Well, it certainly is an interesting way to, galvanize leadership. So, congratulations. You clearly were up for the task. Welcome to town.
I can almost guarantee 21 is going to be a much better year.
That's perfect.